On today's very first episode of the No Bounce Pod, we will talk about players with bad and bright futures if I was the GM and the news throughout the week. All right, let's get to it. All right, my name is Cameron.
I'm Jacob.
And right now we will start talking about Michigan's horrible first start of the season.
God awful. It was...
Shea Patterson looked like he was scared to death out there, throwing the ball to everyone who knows what.
I'll tell you why he was scared. You know why he was scared? He didn't want Harbaugh to take off his shirt in the middle of the game like he does in practice. He didn't want to see it. He was scared.
Harbaugh was wearing those caps, you see through his pants. What?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Shea Patterson, I see him. He has a bright future, though. If you saw what he did at Ole Miss, a lot of the games really weren't close, but still he showed he was a pretty good quarterback at Ole Miss. And it's the first week, Michigan going up against a really talented Notre Dame team didn't really show too much to me, but still it's getting the nerves out. And now I expect him to have a pretty good season after this, though.
I agree. Michigan's backup was really good, though. I would have left him in for a few more snaps and seen how that would.
Yeah. I mean, Michigan fought it. Michigan fought.
Yeah. On the other hand, we have LSU and Miami. LSU destroyed Miami by what? 2 touchdowns?
Yeah,
Two touchdowns?
Lisa. Yep. That game ended today. LSU's a really young team too, so that's scary.
Yeah.
Everybody, I've seen a lot of people have Miami in their playoff in the top 4, and to have an LSU-led team who a lot of people were saying might be barely in a bowl game this year, come out first week with a freshman-led team and just take over Miami like that.
Yeah. Them being the number 8 seed, which usually the first week rankings don't mean anything because ESPN has, who God knows who, Notre Dame and Clemson split up their ass. So either way, it's still a good win. It'd be nice to see Alabama have more competition in the SEC this year because Auburn looked really good against Washington.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And everybody looked good in the SEC except Tennessee.
That's hey, SEC 13-1 week 1. Only lost Tennessee.
Yeah.
But I think the team that's going to give Alabama the most trouble this year, other than Auburn, out of the SEC, is going to be Mississippi State.
Ooh, yeah.
If Nick Fitzgerald can stay healthy, I see that team. That's going to be a pretty good team. Honestly, that's just
Georgia's going to look good too.
Yeah, Georgia.
Curtis Smart. Another year, Curtis Smart, and making it to the SEC title. It's going to be a good game. Making it to the national championship against Alabama.
Yeah. I can see this year, out of the SEC East, I see 2 teams. It's either Georgia or South Carolina for me. Like, I think Florida is another one of those teams each year you're like, they could progress, but South Carolina this year, I just seeing their players come together, being an older team, more experienced, I can see them taking over the East if anybody else. Like at Kentucky last year, Kentucky played very well in the East last year. I can see South Carolina doing more.
I agree. And most of the competition in the SEC is pretty stout every year. It's pretty stout every year. They keep the competition pretty high up. I know the Big Ten looked okay. Ohio State looked pretty good. Not had Urban Meyer for the first week. Yeah. We'll see if he even comes back this year. Who knows?
Yeah.
I think they'll bring him back, but who knows?
I can't see him lasting after this year, but that's another subject.
I agree. They would probably get rid of him after this year.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah. Other than that, Penn State struggled against Appalachian State, but
Yeah, it sure did. That was a close game.
That was a really good game.
Michigan State, who'd they play? You remember?
Was it
Utah State?
Yeah.
Utah State, I think. They almost lost that game.
Yeah. But, still, it's just week 1. Jitters getting out. You haven't played football in 9 months. Even with training camp, it's not real game scenarios. So I could see it happening.
Yep.
And that's why I'm saying like a Michigan loss to Notre Dame week 1 really wouldn't mean too much at the end.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. That was a 14-12 game, so it's not gonna hurt. It won't really hurt either one of them, whoever win-loss. But it was a good game. It was a really good game to see both of their first week 1s. Yeah. It was nice to watch all of them play. It was just good to have football back again.
Yeah, true that.
First off, So, with that being said, I'm going to make my pitch to be Michigan. If you need a head coach, I'm right here.
Yeah, he'll sign that contract right now.
Yeah.
Who would you sign as your assistant if you would you go in, rehire everybody else?
Hire everybody. I'm firing everybody. Right off the gate. Everybody's gone. Offensive line coach, offensive line coach, Blair Walsh.
Blair Walsh.
Blair Walsh.
Can't do kicking, but I mean, you might as well try him somewhere else.
Exactly. You can't kick field goals. So you can probably offensive line. That's what we made it for.
That's good.
I feel like Blaine Gabbert. He would do great defense. Free safety, defensive coach right there. Blaine Gabbert.
Blaine Gabbert. Speaking of Blaine Gabbert, yeah, I got nothing. I mean, he can't play quarterback. Might as well put him on defense.
No, the bad thing was he played. He's on the Titans now.
Yeah, he's on Titans now. He was for the 49ers. He played after Kaepernick thing, right? Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm trying to think. Trying to think who he played for last year. Was it last? Let's see. I know he had he only completed 90 passes out of 180 or something like that. And it was like, man, he didn't be a quarterback anymore.
Blaine, at least you're making money. I mean, the craziest part about Blaine, I think, is that he is a top 10 pick. He was a top 10 pick draft. 2011.
That's horrible.
No shade to you. You're still making a lot more money than I ever will. But
yeah, that's true. I agree. They were making freaking millions of dollars sitting on the bench.
Yep.
Every single one of them.
Yep.
All right. Hey, well, let's talk about some news that just happened today. MGK dissing Eminem off of his. How did you feel about that one?
Hey, taking shots. I mean, what did he call it? Rap Devil or something like that?
Rap Devil.
Rap God.
Yeah.
Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if it comes from World Star, you know it's fire.
I'm gonna respect him for even trying, because most of the rappers that he imagine Lil Van or any of them even trying to diss Eminem. It's just it would be irrelevant.
Yeah, but I still feel even when Eminem dissed them two, it's like a thing. Most people are gonna think oh, you're 45. Why are you dissing a 17-year-old kid? But but seeing it from his eyes, he hasn't had very much. He hasn't had very much popping these last few years, so I can see why he did it. I guess. Yeah,
I agree. His last album wasn't that great. Taking his shots at him on the last album, the current day's hip hop isn't really as great. It used to be.
Yeah, it's not the same.
I agree to a certain extent of him dissing everybody, because most of the rappers now are trash anyways.
Yeah. Only thing I want to see Charlemagne go at Eminem again. I want to see Charlemagne get in the booth, make a diss track on Eminem right now. Nothing to lose.
You know what would be even better? Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon needs to come back, and you didn't take shots at me at this one, but you did before, so it's time for me.
Nick Cannon and Eminem diss track. That'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
Great. Something about Mariah. That's all it's got to be about.
They can both diss Mariah now. What if Nick Cannon joined Eminem and they made a diss track on Mariah?
Eminem featuring Nick Cannon. It's all viral right there.
It's viral. Ain't even got to be on the show. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, in sports-related news, though, I just got an update not too long ago today. Paxton Lynch, he was recently cut. He is going to be, he's going to be trying out for the Bills. So
was he in when did he get drafted?
2016.
Oh, wow, so not long ago at all.
Yeah.
He's trying out for the Bills.
Yeah, he's got training with the Bills. And the way I'm looking at it, they just traded A.J. McCarron. I saw a lot of people thinking when A.J. went to the Bills, everybody was thinking A.J. McCarron might take over, because Nathan Peterman, you don't know about him.
Yeah.
But then they traded A.J. to the Oakland. And they named Nathan Peterman the starter over who they drafted, Josh Allen. It's a quarterback battle. It's a lot of young guys. Paxton Lynch and him both still trying to prove themselves. They're still young, so they got a lot to prove.
Oh, yeah.
But Nathan Peterman's going to be getting the start of the open of the season, so I just thought that was kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, I'll be surprised at how the draftees show up this first season. I know most of them weren't really that. A lot of the quarterbacks were high praise, but none of the players after that were really that high praise. Like Saquon Barkley was pretty high praise, and I think he'll have a pretty good first year.
Yeah.
I know he's been dealing with injuries a couple of the first preseason games, but we'll see how that turns around for him. That'd be good to see. I know Mika's going to look good in Miami.
Yes, most definitely. Mika, one of those guys you can just put him in the secondary anywhere, and he'll play.
Any safety position and corner, he can play all of them.
Yep. One guy I didn't think got enough love in the draft was Bradley Chubb out of NC State.
Oh yeah.
I feel if I was Cleveland, I would have taken him not over Baker, but with your next pick.
Yeah.
Because they drafted corner, and the way I'm thinking with Cleveland right now is with Myles Garrett. Why not build on? Like you can build it,
around him.
Yeah, it's weird to see, but I think the most dominant teams in football usually start with a defensive line or a offensive line because always one in the trenches. It looks like.
Yeah, I agree.
So if you have a dominant defensive or a dominant offensive line, I feel like that can take over a game more than the best corners.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because if you have a good offensive line, you're holding up. You're giving your quarterback all the time in the pocket that he needs to get a pass off.
Yeah.
So his wide receivers can run around in every which way direction. As long as he has the time, he can get a good pass to either one of his receivers.
Yes, 100%. Now we're gonna have a series going on where you said bad players versus like
bad players with great potential.
Yeah.
So who out of this current NBA draft, which one do you think will shine the most in the season this year?
This most recent draft right here?
Yeah, the most one that just happened. I think, in my opinion, I think the one that's going to have the highest praise that's not going to get where everybody believes is going to be Trae Young. I know that he was drafted a little bit further down the line, but I know a lot of people are expecting a lot of him.
Yeah, Trae.
They're comparing him to Steph Curry already. I don't see him being a Steph Curry-like player. I know he'll be pretty good. He'll make his shots and stuff. I don't think he'll be a Steph Curry-like player.
Yeah, he'll play like Steph Curry, but he won't be as good as Steph Curry. He'll chuck up the shots, but I don't expect him to make as much. But I feel it's always hard to bet against them, the European guys, but I think Luka.
Oh, Luka. Yeah. Really? You think he's going to disappoint?
Even though he was a young EuroLeague MVP and whatnot, going up against NBA-level talent, I just don't know. Like, I didn't watch enough of EuroLeague to see him. I see the highlights. I see, highlights, mixtapes, all those.
But highlights are different than that game. So, it's going to be different one way or the other. You'll never really know until we actually get to watch him step on the NBA court.
Yeah.
But I'm tell you what, this NBA season is going to be pretty nice. I know the Clippers got two decent picks in their 13th and 14th spot with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I'll be surprised how he plays. I know he looked pretty good in college.
Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton with the Suns. I'll be surprised to see how he plays. I know that Suns have pretty good, really young talent.
Yeah, I want to see DeAndre Ayton. I want to see what he could do on the defensive side of the ball in the NBA.
Yeah, that's true. The Suns need some good defensive players because they have all the scoring they need. Just in Devin Booker alone, they're going to have good scoring.
Yeah, 100%. And then you got you're going to develop Josh Jackson. You just traded away Marquise Chris and Brandon Knight, brought in some more offense with Ryan Anderson.
Yeah, Ryan Anderson. Yeah, so that's going to give him more open looks, 3-point range. They can spread the floor. He's a power forward / center, so he can spread the floor more.
Yeah.
So I'll be surprised in Cleveland how they react with LeBron being gone and acquiring Colin Sexton in the draft.
Hey, you know what it means?
He's going to get all of his shot.
You know what it means with him being gone, though?
What?
It's time for Osman to step up.
Yeah,
he's going to step up. He's going to be the small forward of the future for Cleveland, I think. No.
I know Trae Young is going to get all the shots he needs in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And then, Colin Sexton is going to have a lot of room to improve in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I mean, can't really sleep on Cleveland still. I mean, they may or may not make the playoffs, but they still have a pretty good team. I mean, you still got Kevin Love and you got Colin Sexton in the draft. So I mean, it's two pretty decent players. I mean, they still have Tristan Thompson. He's decent.
Sometimes it depends.
We'll see how they.
JR, if he stays off the Henny, he'll play.
Yeah, Tristan Thompson needs to. Tristan Thompson stay at the strip clubs.
Yeah, that's true.
we'll see how all that works. But the Lakers, I'll be surprised to see how they play this year. I mean, they're really young, man. And for LeBron to go there with a really young team, it's gonna be pretty fun.
It's not just young; it's talented. That is a young,
they're
talented.
Young, talented.
Yeah, I mean, Lonzo changing his jumper. You saw that video? The Lonzo working on his jump shot.
Yeah, I did. But at the same time, we shouldn't even talk about basketball because we all know he's going to win the championship this year.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
You pick up Boogie in the free agency, which the bad thing is, Boogie is a locker room threat to any other team in the NBA, but as soon as he signed with the Warriors, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
He's got Boogie, and it's still the best center in the NBA, no matter which way you look at it.
Yeah. I want to see how he bounces back off his Achilles injury because he's not going to play for at least the first half. You know, he might come back in January, but I want to see how he bounces back.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. I think even if he is half the player that he was,
yeah, it's still going to be scary.
It's better than freaking Zaza Pachulia.
Yeah, 100%. And JaVale.
They're still going to be good. 100%. I know. This basketball season will be pretty fun to watch. Carmelo Anthony going to the Rockets. That was a great pickup for them. I don't think he fit anywhere as good as he fits in Houston.
Yeah.
That's what they need. They need a scorer and small forward. He may or may not start. Who knows? He's probably going to start because he's going to whine.
Yeah, he's not going to let himself not start.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, you still got two ball handlers, and we were questioning that this past year. Everybody was questioning that. How will Chris Paul and James Harden work together? You know, they're both primary ball handlers. That worked perfectly.
Oh yeah. You couldn't have pictured it being that great.
Yeah.
I think the semifinals with Houston and Golden State, that would have been a different game. Harden wasn't really connecting on his shots like he normally does.
Yeah, Chris went down.
Chris got hurt. I don't know. I feel like the Rockets would have had a legitimate chance, and Carmelo to give them another step towards it. So,
but even when you add Carmelo, Warriors just added Boogie still, so it's still an uphill battle.
Boogie's still better than Melo. Probably hurt. Even hurt, he probably would go out there and play with his Achilles hurting better than that.
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty soon, man. I'm ready for basketball season already, even though football just started.
Yeah. It's a feeling. Any sport that starts back up, it's a feeling that you like, once in a lifetime, but I feel it every year with every sport.
Every season, yeah. Yeah, that's great. I know, man. I can talk about football forever. I love college football.
College football is 100% best.
Alabama's schedule is never really that great, which sucks because I know they schedule their opponents like they scheduled Louisville with Lamar Jackson as their freaking quarterback. I mean, he's the Heisman winner. They're almost top colleges.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It sucks. Because you're always gonna have those naysayers that complain about their schedule, and it's just like, well, and of course not that hard now.
Yeah.
Those schools fall off. All those schools can fall off. Alabama continues to stay relevant. Yeah. So.
Every year. It doesn't even seem like Alabama is ready to decline on the dynasty either. No, it feels like they're in the middle.
I think the dynasty will go on until Saban leaves, and even a couple years after Saban's gone, we'll still be pretty good.
Yeah.
I can see Clemson's coach Dabo. I can see he'll probably be Alabama's next fill-in. I would believe.
Possibly. I mean, I can see that, but what he's built over at Clemson.
Oh, yeah.
That's something you can't overlook either.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, nobody was talking about Clemson for real. You know, they were like top 25 team, but they were never like national championship, playoff. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, we expect it from
he changed the whole aspect of that college.
Yeah.
Kirby Smart did the same thing in Georgia.
Yeah, 1 year. In 1 year, he turned that program around.
Exactly. And Georgia hadn't been looking like that in a long time.
Yep.
And Kirby Smart comes in. You think about it, man, working under Nick Saban for that long and giving him that mindset of knowing how to go in, but even with offense and defense.
Yeah.
with him being that defensive coordinator, defense is going to stay dominant.
Yeah.
But working with Nick Saban and working with Lane Kiffin, even though Lane Kiffin, Lane Kiffin, but giving him the mindset of how to win all games.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to stick with him forever. So
yeah.
Georgia's always going to be a tough competition.
Always. Also in college football, another thing I want to see is like all the head coaching changes that have been happening. Like you see Jimbo Fisher going to Texas A&M.
Yeah.
That can help the SEC a lot too and make it more competitive. Jimbo Fisher, one of the best coaches in the league, I think.
He sure is. Yeah, he is. I mean, most of the coaches in college, they tend to stay relevant. If you can't stay relevant, you're usually gone in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Michigan hasn't had a good coach in forever, and with them putting Jim Harbaugh in there, you would think things would start changing. So we'll see. I mean, this is really the first year that I believe that Jim Harbaugh has all the players that he recruited and that he's got. So
yeah,
we'll see how that turns around. Let's talk about baseball for a little bit. The Giants getting rid of Andrew McCutchen for two prospects to the Yankees. I mean, I feel like the Yankees just keep getting better. They just keep getting better and bigger and everything. And the other MLB teams are helping them improve.
Yeah.
Which I never understand that, but I know other than the Red Sox were looking pretty good this year.
Yeah, by far, Red Sox killing it this year. If I had to say a team that was gonna win this year, I feel like because we're winding down the season, we're on that part of the season, maybe like 40 regular season games left, where you're starting to see which teams are like here and which teams are like middle of the road. Like a couple more moves, we might make it.
Yeah.
But I feel it's going to come down to the Red Sox and the Yankees this year. Like one of those teams are going to take us.
Yeah. It feels like it's always like that.
Yeah.
Every year. It's like that every year.
Yeah.
I know the Giants had a good run, man. They had, 3 titles in like 6 years or 5 years, something like that.
Yeah.
They had a great run. They made some moves this offseason. It doesn't really seem like it's working out, but I guess we'll see. We'll see how it all ends up. I feel like the Dodgers are making really good moves, man, when they picked up Machado for basically nothing.
Yeah.
They gave him a freaking tuna sandwich and said, hey, we want Manny Machado. They gave him Manny Machado. But, man, that's one of the best third basemen in the MLB, and y'all just got him for nothing.
Hey.
I know the Yankees, they made great moves this offseason picking up freaking Giancarlo, even though Giancarlo didn't start off that great, man. He's still a freaking slugger. You can't over the fact of him not being a slugger.
Yeah, I saw a picture. I saw something the other day, and it was like comparing Giancarlo's first season with the Yankees and A-Rod's first season. And it was like identical.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, man, the Yankees are just full of talent. I mean, you got Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and now Andrew McCutchen.
Yeah.
I mean, your outfield is completely stacked.
Yeah.
In the outfield.
Yep.
We'll see how that turns out. It's going to be a good one to watch now with him being over there.
Yep. Houston, defending champs.
Oh yeah.
You got them repeating this year? Who you taking? I gave my prediction.
What you got?
I got either the Red Sox or the Yankees. If I had to pick between those two, I'm going to say the Red Sox.
Really? Okay. I see you. I see the Red Sox. The Red Sox are really good this year. Yeah. Mookie. How's Mookie been doing?
Mookie is.
I know Mookie.
He's
usually killed.
Mookie Betts is Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
like ever since he came in the league, you saw something and you're like, all right, yeah, this kid can play.
Oh yeah. I remember who had the same effect was Jacoby Ellsbury. He had the same effect when he came into the league. Man, he was crazy.
Yeah, Jacoby was one of my favorite players, like of all time, just to watch. Like whenever I was like younger, like 13, 14. Then when he went to the Yankees, I felt bittersweet because I love Jacoby Ellsbury, but that's like the rival, dude. You can't be like. But I mean, it was one of the biggest contracts in MLB history, so like, why not for Jacoby Ellsbury?
Yeah, you can't blame him, man. You can't blame him. I know. I just got an update on my phone. Urban Meyer has returned to Ohio State's practices. So we'll see
what do you feel about that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like if I was in charge, I probably would have. Well, he's such a great coach, man. It'd be such a hard decision.
But I'm talking about what about from the NCAA perspective? So like you suspended the dude 3 games. I think if you're suspended like him for 3 games, you shouldn't have any contact with the team because if you prep throughout the week, it doesn't matter what's going to happen on Saturday. You go in there knowing what's going to happen, even if like you don't have the head coach. Like we practice this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and that's just crazy to me.
Yeah, that's scary. He's telling that interim head coach that, hey, we're going to run this, and this the whole game. Yeah. Come on. He gets a practice there in front of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. It's crappy.
Yeah, that really. Yeah, NCAA, NFL, they need to fix their punishments.
Oh yeah, the NFL's always been like easy going on punishments. Like I mean, heck, you could go beat your girlfriend and wife and then give a 4-game suspension and you're playing again in 5 games.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible stuff you can get away with.
Yeah, they need to look at it as more than just money for football, because like the players are playing and that's going to get publicity, but the wrong publicity sometimes isn't always the best publicity, you know.
I mean, the NFL already has a whole bunch of heat on them right now. I mean, with Kaepernick kneeling and all that mumbo jumbo crap that's been going on.
Yeah.
I mean, the NFL's taking it. They're taking a beating. I mean, we'll see. I mean, they're still standing. I mean, the players are finally starting to get paid. I mean, Odell Beckham just got paid. Aaron Rodgers just got paid. I mean, they're making
Donald, Khalil Mack, all them guys getting
paid. Khalil Mack, yeah.
Speaking of one of those guys, Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell, yeah. Oh, he's sitting out.
Yeah,
he hasn't even showed up to the OTA.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
What is he doing?
I mean, like, come on, dude.
You're making all this money. I mean, I understand you're mad, but dude, you're still making millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You're not going to the freaking practices. You're not showing up to anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. That's so
Yeah. And then
crazy.
Also, speaking of Kaepernick a minute ago, do you see he's going to be on the cover of ESPN's 30th Just Do It edition or whatnot?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's gonna
the Nike thing.
Yeah, Nike's going to get the cover of that.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's a pretty nice cover. I like it. I enjoy it. I mean, I don't know. I feel, as in my perspective, I don't really like the fact of him kneeling, but at the same time, it's also a silent protest.
Yeah.
So he's not causing any harm. The people that are causing the harm are the ones that are taking it the wrong way.
Yeah.
And the people that are understanding it wrongly, they're the ones making this a big matter, which it shouldn't be that big of a matter.
Yeah.
But it's becoming one. It's a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah. People take things and they run with it, no matter what it is.
Especially in society nowadays, man, they don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yep.
Whatever gets handed to them.
Yes. You can feed them anything, they go. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's really all the news for today. Like that was a good bit of news.
That's pretty much all the news. So let's get on. Let's say you're the GM. Let's see, the LA Lakers.
Yeah.
What move are you going to try to make throughout the season or the next free agency season?
Okay. So I'm young.
Mm-hmm.
I got guys. Yeah. I got Lonzo. I got Kuzma. I got LeBron. I got Ingram. All these guys. I got JaVale, Lance. The way I'm thinking about it, they just bought out Luau. So
they sure did. Yeah,
so
that just happened.
They'll have $38 million in cap space next year. If I'm looking at anybody, I think I'd be looking at Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler, I feel like that'd be a great pickup. I know Kawhi's free agent next year. Durant has a player option, I believe, so he could opt out. I don't know, man. There's a lot of options that the Lakers could go for. I mean, the bad thing is we still got to talk about this, which LeBron should be another All-Star, but the Warriors are making it where he has to have another All-Star on his team to win games. Because he can't win games without another All-Star.
Yeah, true. I mean, you saw it with Kyrie. Whenever he had just one. So like him and Kyrie, Kevin Love, you know, I'm gonna count. He's an All-Star too, in my opinion. He's a great player in this league. But him and Kyrie just alone, that was enough to compete with the Warriors. So just imagine him with all this young talent developing, bringing in a guy like Kawhi, Kevin, or even not even Kevin. I mean, he could slither his way to LA.
Yeah, just like Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler would be a great piece to play with LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron will still get his shot. Jimmy Butler will still get his shot. and you can let your young players get better and better within the year, without the year. Which I already feel like Lonzo's gonna have a way better year. Kuzma's gonna have a way better year. Brandon Ingram, they're gonna have a way better year just because LeBron's on the team and he's gonna help them move the ball, facilitate the whole entire season. I mean, he's a great playmaker. You can't overlook the playmaking stats that LeBron puts on. He's an outstanding player.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
All around. I don't want to get into the debate top 2 player of all time, but yeah.
Oh yeah. He's one of the best. You can't.
No matter how much you hate LeBron, he's LeBron.
All right. So let's go to another topic here. Let's do the best 5 states or cities for sports in general. I know. Let's see. My top 5. My top 5. I'd probably have. Let's see. Number 5. I'd probably have New York.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the Knicks.
Yeah.
I mean, the Knicks are okay. I don't really see them getting. I mean, Porzingis is always going to continue to grow.
Yeah.
I mean,
one of the best.
New York as a fan base in general. Yeah. Definitely New York.
Yeah, just being in the lights because New York, even though they're not good, they're still playing on Christmas days. They're still
always.
Yeah. So they're still getting all this attention because it's New York. And
my number 4 for me would be that's a hard one. I'd probably have Chicago.
Chicago's a good
I know Chicago's coming off a World Series a couple of years ago or a year ago. I mean, their fan base is pretty crazy. Yeah. I know. Let's see. Number 3, I would probably have. Let's say Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's a good.
The 76ers. The 76ers are doing great right now.
Yeah.
They just won a Super Bowl with the Eagles.
Yeah.
The Phillies are pretty freaking good too. I mean, you can't go wrong in Philadelphia. They have a great fan base all the way around, even though they struggled for so long to get anything done. Now it's all looking up for them.
Yeah.
All 3 sports are looking great in.
Yeah.
My number 2, I'm gonna have to go with LA.
LA.
I mean, you can't. I mean, LA is just so. I mean, you got the Lakers and the Dodgers. I mean, even on the lower end, you got the Clippers. I mean, LA would be a great fan base, even though your fans are pretty harsh. I mean, if you don't win games in LA, your fans are going to stun you.
Yeah.
And my top 1, I'm going to have to go with Boston.
Boston?
I mean, they have the Celtics and the Red Sox. I mean,
New England Patriots.
And the Bruins.
Yeah,
I mean,
Boston is just a winning city. Like it's just.
Oh yeah, it is. It sure is. Boston, they'll always be a winning city too.
Yeah.
Forever and ever, man. All right. So you got your top 5.
I got me. Okay. My top 5. I got some of the same teams as you.
Mm-hmm. I'm not putting you on the spot here because we didn't go over this. So I mean, take your time. But,
all right. Man. 5. I'm gonna go with Chicago. I'll put Chicago at 5. Even though they haven't won anything in a while, or other than the Cubs, I'm talking like basketball. Yeah. Chicago seems like they got the Bears.
The Bulls have a couple of young talents like let's see, Lauri Markkanen and Chris Dunn. Both of them, they can have good looking careers in the future. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Chicago at 5 just because it's.
I agree.
That's a great. The 4, I'll have New York. Same reason as you. Like it's just all on the lights. All the fans are going to be invested, even if you're.
Yeah, I mean they have the Yankees and the Knicks. I mean, that's two of the biggest sporting franchises
of all time.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. 3, I'm gonna go Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I'm gonna go Atlanta. Man, you got the Falcons. I've been to like 1 or 2, 3 Falcons games, and it's just the atmosphere inside the dome, which is crazy for me.
Yeah, I mean they get a lot of college games there too. I mean,
yeah,
they get a lot of big college games there.
Yeah, people might not agree with that, but that's just the way I'm gonna go. We grew up, me and you, like together. That's one of the closest pro facilities is in it.
Oh yeah,
from where we.
Hey, you know else from Atlanta.
What's that?
Yeah, the Migos.
I love Migos. Versace. No, I'm just kidding. But number 2, I'm gonna go with LA as well. I'm gonna put LA at 2 just because same reason as you, but just because I wanted to put this team in this city for number 1. Seattle.
God. Yeah. Oh,
Where is
Seattle,
the basketball
really?
team in Seattle? Where is it at? Seattle. Seattle is the number one. I mean,
I wholeheartedly believe Adam Silver will eventually move a team back to Seattle, and they better be named the Supersonics.
Yeah,
if they're not named the Supersonics, this is crazy.
There's just no reason to do it. But I'm gonna put that at number one.
They need one.
Even though for football they didn't start showing up until they started winning, but I'm still gonna put them at number one just for basketball, just for that purpose of we need a basketball team in Seattle.
We'll always have a basketball team in Seattle. I don't know. I'm always for adding teams, man. They could add 4 NBA teams right now, and I would watch every single one of the teams.
100%.
I don't care how bad they are.
100%. It needs it too. There's so much talent throughout the league that it needs to be spread out. It's needed. And then there's so much talent in the G League and players who don't make it in Summer League because the league is so talented. It might not be as top heavy as it once was, with MJ, Magic, these guys. But the league is still really, really good and deep. That's just my opinion. Like there's 7 teams with like 3+ all-stars that could be 3+ players that could be all-stars on like 7, 8, 9 teams. It's just crazy.
So I guess we can get to the last segment of the day on this one, and that will be old people on social media.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, this segment will be mostly about old people, elderly people posting the craziest things you'll see on social media.
Yeah.
We'll start off with this. This one. If y'all will pardon me, I got to say the F word. It's time for some football.
Hey, I mean, I'm happy about some football too, but that's a good one. That's funny. I think that's funny.
It's crazy, man. A lot of older people being on social media.
Yeah, I got a good one. I got a good one here too.
You got one?
Yeah, it was.
Got one?
Yeah, it was a shared post. One of those where you can comment at the top what you think about the shared post. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, and it was a joke. It was like a teenage kid elementary joke where it says 63 Earths can fit inside Uranus, and it's talking about the planet. And then on Twitter it said, "One day I'll be mature enough to read this without laughing." And then the old man, I don't know how old he is, but he's an older guy. It says
probably 60s or something.
Yeah, looks about it. He commented, he said, "Not my anus," and I laughed too. But anus is your anus and my. All right, I'm gonna go with that one.
It doesn't increase or decrease in size up the years unless you're gay, of course, which has nothing against gay people, but
Yeah.
Well, all right, man. That concludes our first episode of the No Bounds Podcast.